Blanket enough.
Yeah.
We start keeping more trouble.
Oh, one person waiting.
Hey, Bill,
Yes,
you know how to mute your phone?
well, everything's muted as far as I'm concerned. Why, you get some feedback?
Well, every time you make any noise at all, the screen goes to you.
Huh,
Well, that's because of whoever's talking, that follows the people talking.
Is that Chris Norbert
Mm.
with the beard?
Got Chris Marvin.
Ooh, Marvin.
Jade Bell.
Marvin's even streaming.
Hi, Marvin.
You can tell you.
Right.
You got Bill Palin in there too. I just don't see a picture of him.
Bill's on his phone,
He's
eh?
doing the phone.
Are we ready, Mike?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, YouTube's going and that, there's nobody else waiting.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. I got 9:05. I think we have everybody that we need. Roll call, we have in the room myself, Dave Bowers and John Nicholson. I see Mr. Norberg, Dave Valley, Greg Gates, Marvin Williams, and Terry Zink, and I believe one of the phones is Bill Palin. I'm not sure who the other phone is.
We got one up here that's XT,
Greg Saunders in there.
this here XT,
that's Marvin.
Okay,
that's Marvin. Oh, yeah, okay, that's him.
Greg Saunders, are you on?
Yes, I'm on.
Oh, okay.
He's right there.
And then EMA is on with us.
And then,
Is that Kevin?
I'm not sure who this is.
That's probably Bill.
Bill, okay. Oh, here's,
Whose number ends in 0998?
That's mine, Greg Saunders.
Okay.
and the sheriff just joined.
Who was
Okay.
the last one?
John Simonton.
And who was before him?
Saunders, is it?
Yeah, Greg
Tank was
Saunders.
in there.
Yeah, Terry's on as well. You got everybody? Mr. Simonton, thank you for joining.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning, Sheriff.
We'll go ahead and get started. I need an approval of the previous minutes. Have you reviewed them? Are there any changes for the minutes from anybody?
Nope. They look good.
Anybody else? Okay, we'll call those approved as submitted. Visitors, I think we're pretty much, Charlie, did you have anything special? Okay.
Nothing for me.
Okay. And I think that's it. For claims, we'll try to do these.
He's going to read it.
Either way.
Okay, first claim. Can everybody hear what I'm saying without the mic or anything? Okay. We got just the rabies, City of Dixon, $42.06.
Water?
Windy City Energy for $133.78. Johnson Oil, $110.77, sorry. Verizon for $108.08. ComEd for $147.56. Pitney Bowes, $319.44. And Republic Services for $33.82.
Total is $895.51.
So I'm gonna have to write down later. We got animal control again. First one was rabies, I'm sorry. Second one was animal control. Quill Corporation, $199.12.
Office supplies,
Office supplies and
kennel care. We have a kennel care here for $85 for Brianna Herb. Is that in there?
yeah. Second one is for Brianna Herbs for $85 for kennel care.
The total is $284.12.
And the last bunch of claims for animal control would be pet population. First one is Amboy Veterinarian Hospital for $640. The next is Advanced Animal for $130. What's that for, Terry? Just some miscellaneous stuff. And the last one is Quill Corporation for $35.09.
One over here for Amboy Vet. Is it missing? $96.50.
How much?
$96.50.
Yeah, there's no jacket. There's one in there for Amboy Veterinarian Hospital for $96.50. There should be a drawer. I think, on the top. These aren't.
The total is $901.59.
Next batch would be for maintenance, building and maintenance. First one is Home Depot for $79.80. Engel Electric for $2,998.66. Schmidt Plumbing for $507.35. ComEd for $24.50. Barbeck Communications, $216.08 for chargers for the radios. Home Depot for $83.46. ComEd again for $2,910.73. Airmark for $215.57. Altoffer Inc. for $1,279.80. This would be spring check on a new quartz generator and spring check on the new jail generator. Sherwin-Williams for $389.18. The Illinois State Fire Marshal for a boiler inspection for $140. Schmidt Plumbing again for $18.50. Home Depot, 3 bills actually, $86.54, $32.04, $38.10 for accumulation of $156.68. Republic for $272.02. Home Depot, pretty prominent customer there, Greg. $659.17.
We got a
Aramark,
lot of supplies.
Aramark for $86.06. CenturyLink, $102.41. Nicor, $1,071.30. Nicor again for $66.90. Windy City Energy, $3,948.34. City Water Department, Dixon Water Department for $310.34. CenturyLink for $907.96. Aramark, $225.82. SBM, $58.90. US Bank, $940.53. Ace, $777.04. M. Spinello for lock work, or actually for a door closure at the health department. Tell us about that, Greg. It's for the health department, but why isn't the health department paying for it?
I assumed it was just gonna be under maintenance. I don't know if the health department takes care of their own stuff as far as building. That was an original opener and it was a special one. And the company that made that opener that was on there originally is no longer in business. So we had to buy a new old special opener and then have it retrofitted on there.
Okay. Is that the one down at the south end by the guard gate?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Ace Hardware for $311.89. Sherwin-Williams for $93.79.
I'd be one in between. For Engel, right after the door repair. Okay.
Is it for $693?
Yes. That should go right after the door.
Engel Electric for $693.
Light repair.
Yeah, Dallas, troubleshooting socket lights. So. Next one is Napa for $60.11. Dixon Water Department for $1,823.18. ComEd, $8,048.06. Holland and Sons for $13.89. Sherwin-Williams, $49.63. And the last one is Johnstone Supply for $134.32.
Ingle was listed on here twice, so this total probably needs to be reduced.
Same.
The total, that we have here is $35,149.97, and $693 will come off of that because it was listed twice, so I'll take care of that.
Got zoning claims. First one is the city of Dixon for a building permit refund. Any kind of paperwork on that, Greg? Actually, it was D. Duffy,
Yeah, it wasn't me.
D. Duffy's claims, okay.
For what was it?
She had one for $557, which was a building permit refund.
Oh,
Just didn't know if there was
To
any
the city of
paperwork.
Dixon.
To the city of Dixon. Just no paperwork on it at all. This is all here.
yeah, I'm not sure what the paper trail is. I know she's working with, I believe, the treasurer's office to get it transferred.
Okay.
And did she say anything in her letter to you, Dave? Did you get her letter?
I don't think so. I may have overlooked it.
No, that's okay. I'll get a copy.
Okay.
Illinois Association of Zoning Officials for dues, $25. US Bank for $89.36.
Paper?
Yeah, just paper from Staples. Got the receipt right there. And then Johnson Oil for $7.27.
Total $678.63.
Couple different lots claims. Morningstar Media for $7,500, and then also Morningstar Media for $3,750. Total of the claim is $11,250. That'd be it.
He's coming in shortly.
Okay.
Good morning, Dee. Smile for the camera, Dee.
She is.
Inside,
I couldn't tell.
Inside, I'm trying.
Now you're crying. You wanna,
The only question, Dee, on your claims was the building permit refund to the city of Dixon. What was that
Well,
related to?
apparently, that subdivision, Wildcat subdivision, has got a pre-annexation agreement. And all building permits must go through the city, but I didn't realize there was a pre-annexation agreement. So I'm returning the building permit fee to the city,
Oh, okay.
where it should be.
Okay. Very good.
Okay?
Thank you.
nice mask.
Hey, Dee,
Then the lots claims. First one is for Ace Hardware for $400.80. CenturyLink, $23.88. City of Dixon for $63.20. Comcast, $445.63. Effective for $333.
Advertising,
Yes. Comcast again for $264.48. ComEd, $1,683.76. Culligan for $21.68. DC Computers for $89. Boxster Solutions, $1,350. Hotsy, $98.05. Flexible gas line. John Thomas Inc. for $1,472.52. Ken Nelson Auto Plaza, $114.86. Leaf for $204.02. Lee County Treasurer for $920. Lee County Treasurer again for $374. Morningstar Media for $839.25. Pest Control Consultants for $45. Preventive Maintenance Systems for $237. Public Service, $82.94. Safe Light Fulfillment, Inc. for $228.50. Toyota Financial Services, $419.91. U.S. Bank for $1,336.91.
yeah, the breakdown of that is $613.66 for supplies, $703.25 for contractual services, and $20 for auto.
WEX for $2,695.04. Windy City Energy, $353.34.
Total is $14,096.77.
I'll read them.
Sure. Monthly revenue, from Rock River Center, local match of $3,649.56. Lee County Health Department, bus ads for $3,000. Village of Progress, local match, $9,663.02. Crest Foods for $1,914 even. LCCOA, local match of $9,263.06 for a total of $27,489.64. And then State of Illinois capital improvements for $102,709.91. I'm assuming that's related to the building. So those are the revenues. That's it. That's it for claims. Need a motion to pay claims?
I'll make the motion to pay the claims.
And I'll make a second. All in favor?
John,
Hold on.
you can't make a motion.
Nope.
No, I don't think I can.
I'll make a motion.
There you
Okay.
go. One of you will have to do it.
Kelly?
Okay, Chris and Dave Ballard. And then all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Marvin, are you okay with it?
Marvin, for some reason.
Marvin doesn't seem to be receiving sound. He's been, zooming or talking in conversations, and he's not got his unit on or something.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look here, he doesn't have a microphone. it's just
Oh, okay.
video, So.
Can you give us a thumbs up? Okay, claims passed.
So would that be an all in favor?
He's on his cell phone.
Yeah, I think so. So department head report for building and maintenance, Greg?
Yeah, I just wanted to touch bases on a couple of things that we've been doing. We installed a new 6-foot cyclone fence around the food pantry, where the recycle bins are at, because we've had such a mess there, lately, and it just takes hours to clean up the mess out of the yard before we can even mow it. So for $473.93, we was able to get some fence, and then maintenance was able to install that and anchor it down so that we can contain that mess, in that area and make it a lot easier to clean up. I'm sure the neighbors around the area are probably happy that we did that also. We've been doing quite a bit of painting in the 3rd floor, just Judge Klein's office area, and they're doing 3rd floor hallway right now. I'm gonna have some other painting projects if this epidemic keeps going on, so we'll keep the guys busy painting. The new maintenance man has been very busy cleaning up the yards, getting everything ready for spring. Yesterday we were putting mulch down the center curb area for the south side of the new courts building. And we've had a lot of fire alarm testing and stuff going on also. So that's about all we have for any other reports.
Okay. Any questions for Greg? Okay. Planning and zoning. I don't think we have anything there. Terry for animal control.
Can you hear me?
We can.
My goodness, I guess Mike says my computer's the oldest, so I have no sound or anything. Sorry.
No problem.
Okay, so Greg did up for our building here, a proposal for 2 new steel doors on the front of the building and on the east side of the building.
Okay.
And also an alarm system. And that came out to about $1,590. These 2 doors here are both leaking, and they were put on wrong to begin with. So they do need to be replaced. And as far as an alarm system, I think we kind of need that out here, especially the camera for outside by the parking lot. So it echoing on your end?
A little bit. We can make it out.
Terry,
Okay.
try muting your desktop.
I think it's, oh, I see. Yep, hold on. How's that?
Yep.
Better.
Okay. All right. So anyway, I would like to talk about, and Greg also can chime in whenever you want, because he kind of went and looked at the doors. We price higher because there are, I think that's a good idea, just because if they're on sale, you know, we may be able to get them a little cheaper. And I guess I was thinking, I don't know where the money's gonna come out of, or if it's possible to take it out of my building payment. I could talk to Paula about that on a clean way to do it, if that would be a possibility, but I think we really need these things. I don't know, thoughts, questions?
Yeah, I looked at it and, I saw the proposal that you guys have put together. I think it's very fair. I think it just needs to go to finance so that way Bob and his committee can decide whether or not we have the finances to do it. So if you guys are okay, I can make a claim or a motion right now, or if you want to wait till we get the new business on those two.
Let's just do it now.
Yeah, that would be great, Chris.
What's that? Make the motion?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna make a motion on both the animal control for the purchase of or send it to finance for the doors and the camera, and let finance decide.
Okay, do we have a second?
Dave Valley, I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Thanks, Dave.
Aye.
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 What, just out of curiosity, what type of camera are you? Looking at to tell who's there, or a security?
Well, what we've done on the food pantry was we use Simply Safe. It's an affordable, security system that can allow for smoke and remote monitoring at a very reasonable price. Both the purchase and the monitoring is very reasonable compared to a full-blown commercial system. They would have cameras available. Greg, I don't know what your plan on the camera part of it was.
I think we're gonna go basically similar to the same thing that we're putting in at the food pantry, because the food pantry, we had a commercial bid on that, and it was $17,000. And these cameras I have already purchased for the system that I've purchased for the food pantry now is $650. So, you know, it's a considerable amount of savings, and it's like $24.99 for the monitoring, like for if there's a fire or police department, it automatically, you have to pay a monthly fee on that to have that, so they will call the fire department or the police department if there is an intrusion. And also it calls, you know, whoever's number that's designated, you know, to get in there with a key and stuff. So I think it's very reasonable. I think it's well needed for the animal control. They've been lucky so far. Those doors that she's talking about, we looked at them every time we get a heavy rain and water leaks in, because the doors were installed backwards. The hinges are to the outside, so anybody can break into that building if they have a hammer and a screwdriver. They just pop the hinge pins and open the door. So I think it needs to be corrected, and that I sort of figured more of a commercial door, you know, that would be a little heavier and take the abuse.
Sure.
I was just making sure we weren't having somebody view it and monitor it the whole time.
No.
Because they don't have a network set up.
No. So the cameras are just gonna be part of the Simply Safe system, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds like a good way to go.
Hey, Ben.
Yep.
Yeah, a question of Greg. Commercial doors typically have to open to the outside like that. They have security hinges, which have a button in them, kind of, so that even if you pull the pin, they cannot be opened. And been my experience that you always need a water drip edge over the top of them. You get about a 2-inch aluminum drip edge. You get to keep the water from running down the building and running over the doors. But this is a very typical thing on a commercial building that the door opens out. It's a real safety issue.
For egress.
Well, what I've read, that you can have the commercial doors open in also. The doors that open to the out are, pretty much a special order door, costs a lot more money. 99.9% of the doors that they sell, steel doors, are swing-in doors.
Can I also say something?
Sure.
Can you hear me? Okay. The back door especially, I feel like would be a good idea to have the doors open to the inside, only because if we don't have that door shut all the way when we're letting dogs out, a lot of times the dogs are going to run up to the door and push on it, jump up on it. So I think this would be a safety issue so that they wouldn't be able to get out. As far as that back door goes.
Okay. I think we have what we need for, to push it on to finance. I guess I would leave the closing of the door, just make sure we consider all the factors. And I know Dave's correct, and it has to do with egress on largely a building that has a number of people in it. You would have to egress out and have strike bars and all that. I don't know that would apply to animal control because of the very light population. So I think we may have some latitude there, but we can check with the building department.
I agree with you, Dave, that this is a larger population in the building. So I don't know the exact number that needs addressed, but if we never exceed 2 people in the room or something, it would not be an issue.
Yep. Okay. Anything else on that one? Jerry, anything else from you?
No, I don't think so. Do you want me to follow up with Paula on the cost?
Yes, please. That she can make a recommendation to finance then of where it comes from.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then I just wanted to thank Greg Saunders for picking up claims again for me.
You're welcome.
That's all I had.
Thank you. And then Mr. Gates for lots. And we have your report in the package.
All right, have fun.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, I'm just going to point out a few things. The first at the top of my list is there was a cost in our claims for John Thomas for $1,472.52. Just an explanation behind that cost. They cut out some plastic shields for us that we're now implementing onto the buses for an additional protection for the drivers from any passengers getting on, merely just as another basic PPE for them to have as protection on the buses themselves. We got this idea actually from Greyhound, who implemented after 9/11. And basically it was more for physical protection of the drivers. So we're going to get probably that residual effect as well. So if there's any other irate passengers ever on our buses, we'll still have some type of barrier between them and the drivers.
Okay.
Overall, it's been an interesting period of time, and overall, we're reporting on a weekly basis. I have a report that actually has to go into IDOT today in terms of the impact that the coronavirus has had on public transit. On average, we have dropped about 75% of our normal ridership. On average, during a normal period of time, we would have anywhere from 1,500 to 1,600 passengers a week. We're now doing anywhere from 315 to 360 passengers per week. And that's very similar to what's also occurring across the rest of the state of Illinois. And Greyhound is also having similar type of impact. doing all the sanitizing and the other protective steps that we can on the buses on a regular basis. We've reduced our marketing efforts, as you've seen, probably in those claims for the period starting, I believe, the middle part or latter part of March through the current date. We're just going to now start potentially ramping up some marketing efforts very slowly. IDOT has been working with us in terms of reimbursements through the CARES Act. There's funding available for the local lot system, and we're also working with Greyhound on additional CARES Act funding reimbursement, which is going to be 100% through CARES Act for those pieces tied to the COVID-19 pandemic. Overall, we have submitted our applications for the FY 2021 contracts to IDOT. I'm happy to say that those actually went out, I think, at the latter end of April. Now we're working on the Rebuild Illinois application, which is about for $2.46 million, and would include 3 Ford Transits, as well as a secondary location in Ogle County. You can see those IDOT applications, those contract amounts for FY 2021. On the second page of my report, you can see that the DOE funding is continuing to go up. It's up to 1.414 million now. The National Center on Mobility Management Grant Program is almost done. Carrie's working on a final report that's due, I think, on Friday. And it looks solid that we'll actually get some additional funding for implementing what we have been working on as a collaborative with other agencies in this area. Happy to say the maintenance garage and wash bay construction project is, for all intents and purposes, is done. About the only thing we're waiting for is IDOT to walk through, and that is hopefully by the end of this month or the first part of June. And the canopy project will be coming on line very shortly once IDOT approves the contract with Sostrom and Sons. And I think that's, for the most part, my report, unless there's any questions.
Okay. Any questions for Greg? Okay, thank you very much. Back to our agenda. Moving on to old business. Greg, did you have anything on this resolution, safety and security plan? I believe that just has to hold over until we actually start getting people together for the safety plan. Is that right?
Yeah, and unless, is there anything that would preclude me from moving forward? Or would it be better that I just wait for the county to approve its safety plan before moving forward with that any further? Any recommendations?
I would think it would be best for those to go together and not one ahead of the other. John Nicholson or John Simonton, do you have any recommendation?
I think Greg's is going to be a little more specific, so I don't see a problem with him moving a little bit faster than our safety committee possibly, considering what's going on right now. Greg, you probably got your plan really done, if not already done. So I mean, you could probably submit that. Ours is going to just be more general for globally all.
Okay. Yeah, my thought was that I could always go back, and if there's any changes to the county safety plan, I can always amend my plan to make those changes in effect. This came out of our compliance review last November. So if I could put that initial document together and upload that and make IDOT happy with that compliance review piece, that'd probably be a good thing.
Okay. Well, let's proceed in that fashion then.
Okay.
Old business item, Bravo liquidation of old LAC excess furniture and equipment. Sheriff, I think that's probably still on hold.
Yeah, based on what's been happening, it is. But I will say that everybody had a chance within the county to take that equipment if they needed to. They didn't. I think the next step really right now, if we want as a county We can run it by finance if you want. I would just say, let's offer it to a charitable organization. If they want to make a donation, that would be fine as well. The only caveat is we did find that one piece of what we're looking at is the shelving and the refrigerator / freezer. The refrigerator was purchased with commissary funds. That's something I talked to Charlie briefly about, and I know he was looking into the parameters as far as how we can dispose of that, either through a charitable organization, donation, or whatever. The money that, if there is any money that is exchanged, it has to return to that commissary fund, I believe. Charlie, are you on?
Yeah, I'm here, and that's correct. I backed that up.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's the only anomaly there, but other than that, I think we could probably move here
Okay.
fairly soon to get it off to a charitable organization. I was holding off a little bit because I didn't know if that jail was eventually going to be used for to stash a few of our COVID positive inmates, but thank God, knock on wood, do whatever. Pretty lucky.
Okay.
John Nicholson, when you say charitable, does that include like a not-for-profit?
I believe so, Charlie.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay, thank you.
So it sounds like, yeah, the original plan or desire could be met. So, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we weren't, nobody else had a use for it.
Sure.
In the county.
Right, no, gotta do what you gotta do, John.
Yeah, so I think, but we've had that's gone probably over a month ago, so everybody had an opportunity to let me know if they wanted to do that, so. Got no bids, so.
Who should I go to, you? I still want the fridge, I'd like to get the fridge and I think there's a couple prep tables in there that I wouldn't mind getting for the Franklin Creek group.
Yeah, I understand that. I think I would still like to maybe give it a couple weeks just to make sure we're continuing on the path we are with our inmates.
Okay, sure.
Maybe around the first, you good around the 1st of June?
Yeah,
That work?
yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. We put the construction on hold too.
Okay.
We'll get it ironed out. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Yes.
Hey, Valley. Hey, I'd like to thank God for keeping this virus out of the jail for now, at least. To continue that would be a costly venture should it get in there. So, diligence to keep that out.
Well, good team effort, Dave, and keep rubbing your shamrock clover leaves and everything else.
Okay, item C is Charlie fraud awareness and protection training delayed, correct?
Yes. Greg, you want to address that? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Greg Gates?
Hi, Marvin. You want to in on this?
The only thing I would throw in is obviously that I believe based upon what Whipley had mentioned,
Okay.
that they too would also concur just to delay
Mhm.
the start of that or organization of that fraud training.
Okay. When things get back to more of a normal, we'll be able to pick that back up, correct?
I'll put you on speaker, Marvin, set you in the middle of the table.
That sounds good, Dave.
Okay,
I'll
thank
put you
you.
on speaker. So you'll be able to chime right in, Marvin.
Is he out of there?
Here you are. I got Marvin Williams on the phone.
6:30 my time, so it'll be 7:30 your time.
Okay, we can hear you now, Marvin.
Okay. So I missed the roll call and everything.
We got you counted for, Marvin, because we can see you on the screen.
Okay, I can't see because I called you on your phone,
Oh, okay.
but I can't see.
Could you hear us?
When I was calling you on Zoom, I just see you and they got 11 people signed in.
Yep. Those are all remote. The only ones really here are John and I, and then others. The only ones on the committee. So we're good.
I use both numbers.
Can we move on? Like, you guys could explain to Marvin how to connect another time.
Yep, we can. We gotta move on here, Marvin. Did you have any concerns with anything thus far? We'll get you connected here, with Mike after the meeting.
Well, no, I just wanted to know what was going on with the meeting.
Okay.
Because I couldn't hear any voices or anything.
Okay. We're at old business and we'll pick it up from there and you'll be able to hear. We'll just keep this call going for now.
Okay.
So we're on 6D for Delta, the food pantry fire alarm system update we've kind of covered. Simply Safe is what we're using. It's really more for the fire alarm part of it, although it does provide security camera and security for the building as well. So anything else there, Greg?
I think I'm gonna look into putting in an outside camera also and point it towards that, recycle area. We've been having a lot of trouble with people just garbage bags full of junk, just setting it on the stairs and the walkway to get up to the, dumpster. And I think maybe we have an active camera out there. Maybe we can, catch somebody that's, dumping illegally and maybe get something done about that. No, it's been an ongoing problem, and me and Chris went over there the other day. It was just a disaster, and we found some names, on some boxes, that was left there. So, and we reported to the sheriff's department. I don't know if the sheriff, found anything or not, but I know it was cleaned up pretty fast, and I have no clue who did it. So just thought it'd be good to have a camera out that way.
I think that would be, and since we're already paying for the monitoring and such, it makes it fairly inexpensive to do. So, anything else on any questions on the food pantry?
Yeah, Dave Valley. Also a little signage or something that says you are on camera, so it might help. I don't know. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, there is a sign out there now, but that camera that's existing, I don't believe works.
I think it was a decoy. Okay.
Greg, yeah, I got one quick question for Greg on those cameras. Is there a time limit for going back and retracting video off of those cameras,
Yeah.
Greg,
Yes, there is a time limit on it. I believe it's only a couple of days. It holds the memory of that. So, that's the only downfall with this system.
The option, I think, is to do local. If you put a hard drive on the system, it'll actually record them locally. So if we need to maintain that further back, it's fairly simple to add a hard drive to the base unit.
Right.
Okay, we'll look into that. Anything else? 6 Echo, new emergency response center area, cleaning out of file cabinets and excess material from the 3rd floor to allow for COVID-19 response and the October exercise. Where are we at with that?
I've been on hold because I'm not sure what we're doing in terms of where we're gonna be at. So I haven't done anything with the filing cabinets, anything with the reports.
Just because of, yeah, costs and.
So until I get a go ahead that we're gonna put it where it's at right now, I don't wanna spend $45,000.
No.
And we don't need to.
Okay.
Sure, scattering some bids.
Okay.
I think the thing that we will be focusing on, which will help the response center, regardless wherever it is in that building, is with the internet and the phone systems. We have a meeting tomorrow to meet with FESIC to walk down both buildings and try to get that going, because I think an improvement of the internet and the phone system would be a big asset to the emergency response center, period. And that's where we want to head and put our main focus. If we get some funds available from the state, and it would require some financial participation by the county, but that would make the actual remodel more feasible. But right now, I think the effort is best placed in that area with the internet and the phone system.
Yeah, so if I need to start moving stuff or start getting filing cabinets, I'm happy to do it. I just didn't want to spend the money if we aren't doing it.
Okay. Anything else on that one? 6F, just what we talked about, the new courts building, old courthouse, phone upgrades. We'll be meeting with FESIC tomorrow, actually, to do a walk down. Mike and myself will be meeting with them to walk down the old and the new courts building. And that way they can put together a actual proposal rather than just a budget, what they've given us thus far is just budgetary.
Yeah, that way we can put an opinion together for the sole sourcing as well.
Okay, very good.
Sole sourcing.
6G golf, discussion of the bid and demolition of the old LEC. Sheriff, did you have an update on that? I know you were looking.
Just to review what we've got so far, we got a bid from Martin. Initially, not a bid, I'm sorry, estimate only for the demo, about 180,000 is their estimate for the demo. Their asbestos company is Holian Asbestos out of Spring Grove, Illinois, and their estimate for the asbestos removal is $193,800. And then Porter Brothers also provided an estimate on the demolition. It was $83,370 for the demolition only. They had a company come out and tour the building, and they are in the midst of providing an estimate for us. I have not received it. I asked again for it yesterday, but I think with the COVID, everybody's moving a little bit slower. So I did not receive a hard estimate from the asbestos company that Porter Brothers is using. So at least right now, we're looking at significant savings on the demo portion of it from Porter Brothers, which are based out of Rock Falls. So we'll see where their asbestos removal estimate comes in, and then can decide between properties and finance how you want to move on this.
Yep. In the package also, yes.
Question on that. Do we have any bids on, I hear there's phone lines going through that building too.
Phone and fiber, Dave. And so Mike McBride, I know, has worked on that with some, some rough guesstimates, I guess you might say. The fiber, I believe Mike said, probably needs to be replaced completely anyway and upgraded. So it might be the time to do it. So what do you give you, Dave? Somewhere around 15 to 20 grand for the fiber. Is that what he estimated it at?
I'll let Mike speak for himself.
Is he there? Sorry.
Yep.
No, Mike was there. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, initially, we had looked at possibly doing the fiber from ETSB directly to the new courts building. Just a ballpark figure was 10 to 15,000 to run that cable physically through the ground, through ETSB and outside the building and whatnot. However, since then, we did have a company come in and possibly be able to use fiber that's already in the ground, that's running outside the buildings. This might be a possibility to not only connect to that, but also get a connection from ETSB to the Dixon Police Department, because we also have that connection as well in the old jail. So if we could utilize this fiber to connect ETSB to new courts and then to the Dixon Police, and then also the possibility of possibly using that same fiber to continue on over to the old courthouse. So those are possibilities that I don't have exact costs for those yet.
Got any idea, Mike?
No, no. Just because we initially thought we were gonna do outside, and now we possibly may do utilize the fiber that's already there. So
Yeah, it would make it much more reasonable if you're able to use stuff that's in the ground.
right, and then the connection between the old court and the new court building would have to be IDOT, or somebody has to be involved with that. So
And this is something we can, as we walk it down with FESIC tomorrow, we can discuss with them, correct? Because they would be, they would not be able to do that scope. Okay.
It's not their-
Clear on that.
it's not their fiber.
Okay.
The running outside the building would be something they could do, but no, they don't have. It's, they're an existing company that has the fiber
Okay.
already there.
So you have to use whoever's fiber it is.
Okay,
Whose is that?
that's Cindy-O.
Yeah.
So Cindy-O owns the fiber, existing fiber, and Cindy-O is who we utilize for the LEC, correct?
Correct. And we also use, for our infrastructure update.
Okay. Very good. Any other questions on that?
Yes, Dave Valley. If we remove the building, then what is the plan for prisoner transport? What do we need to put back? Do we have any plans or price items on what we need to put back right away?
No pricing yet, Dave. Plans, yes, very rough plans. We'd like to keep the elevator if we could, and build around it with 3 to 4 holding cells and a salad court. And very rough plan. I have no pricing on that yet, no. And I know there's been some discussions about maybe another building attached to that for the possible ELC that we talked about earlier. Again, those are all just discussion points right now. And but I will start moving a little bit further ahead on getting some type of pricing for at least the holding cell, sally port, and that connection to the elevator. See what we're looking at for that.
I have just a suggestion. With the elevator, we've been having a lot of troubles with that elevator, and I talked to Tony, and they're saying that maybe that elevator should be upgraded, in the near future. I know it doesn't get used a lot, but it has been a problem here off and on. We spent like $600 on it here 2 months ago, so just something to keep in mind if we're going to be building some new stuff. Maybe we might want to up that elevator to a more current one.
Yeah, that would be a good time to consider that, if we do put a permanent structure at the base there. So that could be part of the scope of that. That seems like a good time to do it. Anything else on demo of the old LEC? Okay, new business. I think we took care of 7A and 7B. We talked about the animal control, the doors, and the camera. And lastly, 7C, discussion opening of the old courthouse and new courts building. John, or I'm not sure who would best.
John Symington, did you want to speak to that? I know there was a memo sent the other day, but we had that department head meeting last week and kind of gleaned that they'd like to keep that closed. And I think they were talking through the month of May, or not May, June, and then reconsidering it because Kathy has to have hers open on September the 24th, if I recall, for early voting. Mike, is that correct?
Yeah, we had the discussion at the executive committee, and I think there was, a variety of points that were brought up that day. And from my perspective, I think there's 2 things we need to look at. When are we going to move the employees back in? Number 1, and then 2 would be the follow-up phase in for public coming in. And so we're looking at not just bringing the public in, whatever date it might be. We're talking about how we phase that in. Do we bring them in initially with masks by appointment only for a period of time, and then start to work our way into bringing them in fully without an appointment, as long as they're wearing masks, have PPE available, hand washing machines and things like that at the front door. There's a lot of other things that go with that as far as phasing in how we bring the public in. So I think there's 2 things we need to look at, when we're going to bring the employees in first, and then when we're going to open up the courthouses as far as bringing the public in, phasing in. Now, the new courthouse is a little different than the old because the new courthouse, that's going to be basically predicated on Supreme Court rules and what we're going to allow to come in and what type of hearings are going to be established. I know there's probably some talks right now, and Charlie can maybe speak to that if they're going to open up some things in June, July, whenever that may be. But at this point in time, we've been operating the new courthouse with the facility open, but I'll say that it's been more by appointment or subpoena because there's only a few courts that are actually being heard right now. So that's kind of how we're operating the courthouse. Charlie, you got anything more updates on that?
Yeah, for the new court building, I know that the chief judges are gonna be meeting with the Supreme Court justices to try to figure out what it's gonna look like when they do open up for business. I think moving forward, at least into June still, there's still gonna be a lot of what I'll call Zoom meetings or video conferencing for at least a lot of the civil call. I don't know how it's gonna look for criminal cases at this point yet until that meeting's been had. But yeah, I mean, there's, that June 1st date seems to be a date that things are starting to phase in.
Okay. Any other questions or discussion on the opening up of the old court, or mainly the old courts? The new courts building will be by kind of decree. If not, we have no executive session. Any other discussion before we adjourn?
Yes, I have one question.
Okay, go ahead, Marvin.
Did you vote on anything? Or to pass on?
We did forward a recommendation to finance for replacing 2 doors and adding a security and camera systems to the animal control. What else? Anything else?
Just claims and then.
Yep, just claims, otherwise,
Otherwise, just claims, you say?
yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Anything else pending that you, nothing?
nope,
Unless there was something in the minutes.
Okay.
okay. So can I get a motion for adjournment?
Hang on one second. I've got a couple of announcements I'd like to make. As long as we're meeting like this, I just want to make sure, I'm gonna run a couple things by everybody and just make sure that, nothing gets missed here. I'm gonna have a moment of silence. I think some of you, or maybe all of you, know Ron Brandow. Ron passed away last Saturday. He was a former county engineer for many years, a zoning officer. Very good friend of the county and friend of mine too. Very good guy. Yes, he was. There was also a letter of support written for the city of Dixon for their build transportation discretionary grant, which will involve a walking trail, I believe, across the old railroad trestles of the bridge. It has to be submitted to them probably on Thursday or Friday, but I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of the fact that was written. It just bad timing, won't be able to get it to this county board, but it's just a kind of a boilerplate recommendation endorsing what they're doing. Anybody have any questions on that? I mean, it was in the paper and so on. Also on the agenda is going to be a ordinance involving Duke Power and the fact that the enterprise zone will be covered by CRETA. That's Flood City's economic enterprise zone. Close enough. I can't remember what it stands for. But essentially, we don't have enough acres in our enterprise zone for Leopold County, but they have a large enterprise zone. I believe they're going to have to run a filter strip up 88 and then expound it out south of Dixon. If anybody has any questions on that, it will be in their packet when it comes out. There's a few appointments that were covered under the Ad Services Committee yesterday, routine appointments for land evaluation, and then Wendy's going to be reappointed as assessor. The sexual harassment training is going to come up. The state has their program set. It's on their website, and that will be distributed. All employees have to have it, and the department heads will probably get it first. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes, I believe, and you get a certificate at the end, but everybody that is an employee will have to take it. And then lastly, there are 2 vacancies on the board right now. I am going to appoint a young lady by the name of Danielle Allen from over in Pawpaw. She is on the ballot from District 2. There's 4 running for 4 positions essentially. In District 2, Danielle got the second amount of votes. She and Mike Zeman are running and they'll both be elected. And then District 3 to replace Greg will be a fellow by the name of Mike Broom. He's a retired state policeman. And on a couple different boards, one the tourism board of his church. And he's also a lay minister for the Winnebago County Jail, talking to prisoners up there. And that is it. That is it, I believe. Excuse me. Becky's showing me a piece of paper.
You said you want to have. a moment of
No,
silence.
we will do a moment of silence at the board meeting.
Okay, I thought I didn't.
Oh, no. So, thank you very much.
So are we ready to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to readjourn.
I'll second it. Bill Phelan.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We are concluded.
One question before you hang up, please.
Yep,
Everyone.
go ahead.
Is there, are they gonna vote on, is the full board gonna vote on the tax relief for the first hand?
The treasurers,
It's
Yeah.
coming up meeting on the 21st.
that's the thing Paula wanted to do, right?
Finance has not yet met. I think we'll discuss that on Thursday. And I would say it is likely that she'll have something that we will vote on for the full
Yes,
board.
yes. Took me a minute to understand. Yes, Marvin, that would be forgiveness of late fees for the first installment of the property taxes. Yeah, that's, still has yet to be formulated yet, but that will be one thing presented to finance on Thursday.
Okay. When it's time, I guess I have to try to get in on not use Zoom anymore because I started at 6:30 my time, which would be 7:30 your time. And I got in, but I could not get any response from, with pictures of everybody. It's too few people that was there.
We'll figure it out, Marvin. Get together with Mike or myself maybe, and we'll figure out how to get you on. We miss you, Marvin.
So I don't miss the cold though.
Bring some warm back with you, would you?
Yeah, it's a lot of warm out like that. I would love to bring some with me because it's pretty warm here. Stays close to the house.
So when you coming back?
On the 21st, the night of the 21st.
Okay,
So I will be able to be in on the committee, administrative board meeting because I plan on leaving until 5 minutes to 12 Thursday night.
okay,
So I'll be able to tune in on the board meeting.
very good.
Okay.
We'll figure out how to get you there, Marvin. Okay, thanks,
you.
everyone.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
We off, Mike?
No, it's got that, so.
Just hit stop.